September is here and we've made it pretty strongly to this point of the season. We are 75 and 63, which is solid. It's not amazing, it's solid. We are 2 games up in our division. Every single game from here on out matters. We've got to make sure in our September call-ups we get a couple of people to inject some youth and some talent and just help us win games out there. I'm gonna call out a couple of people that we've actually called up so far. So one of them is going to be Scott Barlow, who's a guy that can add a little bit of depth to our bullpen. We've also added Samir Dunez, I think is how you say his name. He's a 22-year-old first baseman that again could add a little bit of depth to our team. At third base, we've called up Cheslor Cuthbert. But the big one that a lot of you guys are going to care about is we've called up Bobby Witt Jr., our first-round draft pick. He's 18 years old. I don't know if he's going to play very much, but we're probably going to give him a little bit of playing time to see how he does. And we're picking up here in our first game, and Trey Mancini is 0 for 3. You want to be the MVP, you can't be 0 for 3, Trey. We're playing Miami in Miami, and they've got a nice little 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Mancini's going to take a cut in the first one. He's going to miss it. As I told you guys, though, every single game matters right now. We have got to win as many games as possible because it's important that we win the division. If we don't win the division, things get a lot more dicey because the wild card, we're actually would be second place in the wild card. Our division is not overly strong, so it's important we clutch it up today. Now, the first pitch, or second pitch, third pitch, excuse me, I don't even know what I'm doing, but Mancini is going to hit the third pitch of the at-bat. He gets that one up the middle. He is now on first base, and look, the game-winning run is coming up to the plate now. And up here is going to be Ryan O'Hearn, a guy with plenty of power for us. First base is Mancini. That's going to be a curveball that we laid off of, and it pays off. Brecken Ryder is trying to get out of this jam right now. He knows that he can close it out to double play. This is up the middle, and unfortunately, got what he wanted. This game doesn't go in our favor. Luis Castillo gets the loss. 6 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, 3 earned runs, and 2 walks. Liza Hernandez is going to get the W for them. Pitched a really good game, and he only gave up 1 earned run, which is what mattered today. Up next, we got the Athletics, and look, we have a monster lead against them, and German Marquez is trying to get a big shutout victory today. So with a 12-0 lead, honestly, I feel pretty confident he can actually go ahead and do that. So it's important that we just clutch this out. Marquez was in with the first pitch here. To foul that one off. And see if we can already punch this guy out. Marquez is going to go with the curveball down and inside. Good Lord, that was not even close. Yeah, Marquez has now hit the 100 pitch milestone. The sooner we get him out of the game, the better. The last thing I want is an injury late in the season. So Herman is fouled off, I feel like a zillion pitches. We're going to try to go fastball inside. He gets a hold of it. First baseman's got it, and that is going to be the first out of the bottom of the 9th. Steven Piscotty's going to come up 0 for 2 with a walk. He's got about a 250 average in the year. Let's see if we can go fastball. Let's go high inside on him. See if we can get him an easy ground out. Not even close. Probably not where you want to be if you're Marquez late in the game. A 2-0 count. You got a 12-run lead. So the chances of us losing this lead, not looking good. But the young fella just went deep. Oh, he didn't go deep. I lied. That looked like a home run to me. He's going to go off the top of the wall. We got a guy on second base now with only 1 out. We got to lock it. I'm not loving this camera angle, but Piscotty just almost went deep on us with Ramon Laureano is coming up now. He's also 0 for 3. Again, Marquez has pitched a gem so far, but he's struggling a little bit late in the 9th. I want to leave that donut off the board. And we're going to leave that donut on the board. We do not want them to get a run here. Good little pitch to answer back. Look at the fastball. Similar spot. His motion from the stretch is so much better than his motion from the windup. His windup takes so long, but his stretch windup is incredible. All right, that was a good foul. We're going to try to go high. Got him swinging. Another strikeout there from Marquez. That strikeout was number 11 on the game for German Marquez. He's been pretty incredible this season, but the crazy thing is that Luis Castillo has actually been better. Zach Eflin, I think, has been probably the best of all of them, but Luis Castillo has the strikeouts that people obviously want to know about. They want to see someone going for the Cy Young. And Luis Castillo, before this game, was the #1 rated pitcher for the Cy Young for this season. German Marquez says, I don't care about Luis, though. We got the W right here. Another important win for the Royals. Shout out to German Marquez. 11 strikeouts, 9 innings pitched, a shutout, which almost wasn't a shutout. We'll take it, though. Again, to recap, Marquez goes 9 innings pitched, 3 hits, 11 strikeouts, only 1 walk. A heck of a ball game. To give you guys a look at some of the awards really quickly, or the races so far. Mookie Betts, Chris Davis, and Mike Trout are your 1, 2, and 3 for the MVP. Your Cy Young, Luis Castillo, 14-9, 3.58 ERA, 220 strikeouts. Only, I believe, trailing Chris Sale for most strikeouts in the league. we are picking up here against Minnesota. Second to last game of the season. Our division lead is now tied. The wild card, we're also tied. This is a big game. We have got to walk out of here with a W, and Nelson Cruz is trying to make sure that we don't. We got Cam Bedrosian on the mound. We got a 2-run lead in the top of the 9th inning. Our best relief pitcher is up on the mound. Can he save our season, or at least hold us out so we can, you know, hopefully win this out? Got a good pitch in the first one. Second one, letting him extend his arms a little bit. Nelson Cruz is going to hit that one weakly to the second baseman. He's slow, only has 10 speed. We got the first out of one of the most important games of the season. It literally is coming down to the last game here. TJ Crone's coming up 0 for 3, 287 average on the year. So little inside pitch there. Actually, that goes away from him. Thinker's going to count as a strike though. I'm honestly so nervous. Bedrosian has been really good, but I'm also really nervous about what could be happening. Nice catch by the ball boy there. All right, catcher's calling for a slider. We're trying to go away from him. Got him swinging. What a pitch there. We'll take that second out of the inning. Again, the 1-run lead. We need to walk out of here with a W. Bedrosian is feeling it though. What a nasty one. Max Kepler, 12 home runs, 52 RBIs, also 0 for 3 on the day. I want him to be 0 for 4 after this one. Good sinker. We're going to get him to foul that one off. Sinkers look pretty good so far against all 3 batters. We're going with it again. This one's hit to the second baseman pretty weakly. We got that one. Throw it over to first. We're going to get the W. That is huge. If Cleveland lost, I think we're going to be in a good spot to control our own destiny. But we just got to, you know, win the last game of the season and cross our fingers. Recapping the game, Zach Eflin, 7 innings pitched, 3 hits given up, 5 strikeouts. Again, he doesn't strike out a ton of people, but he just gets the job done. Another big win for him. He got the player of the game, and that was much needed. The last game of the season, we actually ended up catching an L. But the good news is, as you can tell, we're going to walk into the playoffs just barely. Just barely. I'll show you the division standings completely, but take on the Yankees in the division series. It's going to be a tough one. We take a look at all the awards this season. A lot of these you won't really be surprised at, but your MVP goes to Chris Davis, which is a little surprising to me, but 47 home runs, 120 RBIs. I see why he won. Your Cy Young goes to our very own Luis Castillo, 15-10 in the year. Not exactly the best record, but his ERA was solid. His strikeouts were pretty incredible this season. I was happy with how he pitched. Batting title goes to Miguel Cabrera. Reliever of the year goes to Jose Alvarado. The rookie of the year goes to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I think we all kind of expected that to happen. Mike Trout gets your Hank Aaron Award. And in the National League, Bryce Harper validates his $300+ million contract with the MVP. The Cy Young goes to Clayton Kershaw, who had a lights-out season, 21-6, 3.16 ERA. He was incredible per usual in the regular season, but in the postseason, can he keep it up? Your batting title goes to Daniel Murphy, having a 326 average. Your National League reliever of the year goes to Wade Davis at 51 saves. And then your rookie of the year goes to Fernando Tatis Jr. And then lastly, your Hank Aaron Award goes to none other than Bryce Harper. Again, a 316 average, 44 home runs, 134 RBIs. It's an MVP season for sure. So look at all the divisions. Basically, we ended up winning our division by 1 single game despite losing our last game of the year. The Astros win the American League West. The Athletics also getting the wild card clinch there. Wild card again, Red Sox and Athletics. Your National League East is going to go to the Atlanta Braves. Your American League or National League Central goes to the Cubs, who had 102 games won this year, which is wild. Cardinals also clinching the wild card. Dodgers get 108 wins. This is unreal. I thought the Cubs were doing well, but the Dodgers won even more games. Rockies get 90, clinching the wild card. And again, Rockies and Cardinals are your wild card teams in the National League. And then lastly, the team that I forgot to go over, the American League East. Yankees win 91 games, winning the division, and the Red Sox again clinch the wild card. Really quickly, we can check out who the leaders were on our team for certain categories. Trey Mancini had 41 home runs and 104 RBIs, leading us in the home run category. Ryan O'Hearn, Salvador Perez, Whit Merrifield, Nicky Lopez had a really good season as well with 21 home runs. The RBI total, Mancini, Perez, Merrifield, Villanueva. A lot of you guys wanted to hate on him, but I think he's panned out pretty well. Your steal leader, everybody knows, is Billy Hamilton. 49 stolen bases on the season for him. Your best average is Cam Gallagher at 299, with Alex Gordon surprisingly having a pretty good one too in his minimal appearances. Mancini honestly was our team MVP. From a pitching standpoint, we had 3 guys tied to 15 wins. We had Marquez, Castillo, and Zach Eflin. Eflin again was probably the most efficient pitcher we had this season, but at 126 strikeouts, I think the vote getters wanted more strikeouts from him to give him consideration for the Cy Young Award. Still, heck of a season for him. In 213 innings pitched, he was lights out. Keller had 12 wins. Danny Duffy was my surprising guy of the season. 11-7, 159 strikeouts. Homer Bailey Don't love his ERA, but it is what it is. The guy who had the most losses, again, it was tied between Marquez and Brad Keller, with Castillo having 10 of his own. Most saves is Cam Bedrosian. Again, came kind of middle of the season for us. Didn't give him a ton of opportunities there. The most innings pitched was by Marquez. The most walks given up was by far by Luis Castillo. Most strikeouts, again, Castillo. So you kind of live and you learn there, or it's, you know, the double-edged sword. Highest ERA was Ian Kennedy. Can't wait to trade him. Followed by Richard Lovelady, who was a rookie. I don't really hate that too much. He'll get better over time. Willie Peralta was so bad this year. I can't wait to get rid of him too. And Homer Bailey up there pretty high too. And then Cam Bedrosian, actually 4.13. Maybe he's not the save guy we want. Maybe he's a, you know, a setup guy or a middle relief guy, but I don't know if we can have him as a closer. Mike Montgomery had 5 blown saves for us, 7 holds overall. Ian Kennedy had 21 holds, so ERA was trash, but he did get a lot of those for us. The most hits allowed, Zach Eflin at 189. Marquez was behind him at 185. Keller, Duffy, Luis Castillo was at 171, so pretty good for him considering how many innings he pitched. And the most home runs allowed this season was by Brad Keller, with Luis Castillo just behind him, and Zach Eflin, Danny Duffy, and Marquez all following up behind. So that'll wrap up this episode, but as you can tell, Oakland beat Boston in the wild cards. They'll be facing Houston. We'll be playing the New York Yankees, as you guys know. Atlanta will be facing Chicago. They're already up 1-0 on them. St. Louis beat Colorado, so they'll be facing the LA Dodgers. We're already up 1-0 on them. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be tough. I'm a little nervous, but I believe we can get the job done.